retire. All glory be to God. I'm humbled to stand before you to recognize our most senior veteran, Charlie Wysong. Country as an Army aviator during World War II. Charlie flew several aircraft, including C-47s and gliders. Yes, I said gliders. The gliders he flew were made of wood and fabric. It was a one-way mission for glider pilots and one-way mission for their aircraft. They were disposable, but not the men who flew them. They became part of the fighting force once on the ground. Charlie is the recipient of numerous combat and air medals, several as a result of his combat participation in Operation Market Garden in September 1944 as part of the invasion to free Europe. Mr. Wysong was trapped in Holland for 18 days behind the enemy lines. He proudly served in France and Holland with the 101st, the Screaming Eagles, and the 82nd Airborne All-American Division. Hooah! Those of us who are blessed to know Charlie, he's not only a great veteran, but also one of the strongest Christian soldiers in our community. You want to be on his team. Now about this presentation. Quilts of Valor began in October 2003. Catherine Roberts founded the Quilt of Valor Foundation as a result of her eldest son's deployment to Iraq. And to date, over 100,000 quilts have been presented to servicemen and women. A Quilt of Valor is not a charity quilt. A Quilt of Valor is not a blanket. It is a quilt consisting of 3 layers. The top of the quilt, with its many colors, shapes, and fabrics, represent the communities and many individuals who contributed their time and talent. Each stitch in the quilt represents the love, gratitude, and sometimes the tears of its maker. The batting is the center of the quilt. It shows its warmth. It represents the hope this quilt will bring warmth, comfort, and peace and healing to the individual who receives it. And the backing is the strength. It holds the many pieces of the quilt together. It represents the strength of the recipient, his family, our community, and our nation. One nation under God. Now, Charlie, this quilt brings you a three-part message. First, we honor you for your service in the United States Army during World War II. Because of brave men and women like you, we in the United States are able to sleep through the night knowing that we are protected from the effects of war. Second, we know that the freedom is not free. The quilt is meant to say thank you for your sacrifice, commitment, and valor. And finally, this quilt is meant to offer comfort to you. Now, my wife, who is a quilter, says that every quilt tells a story. The story of this quilt began somewhere here in the United States by someone you don't even know, but someone who shares your love of country, Charlie. There's a label and a note that will tell you something about the quilt's beginning. And as of today, the story of this quilt becomes your story, Charlie. We hope you will keep it with you as a tangible reminder that no matter where you served, you are on our minds and hearts and prayers forever. You will never be forgotten. Thank you, Charlie, for your service.